Always one that explains this to customers is that ideally, when you're investing in payroll, HR systems, finance systems, it's really important to understand ideally what the end goal is. So a lot of times we don't know what solutions can do, but we have a great understanding in terms of what ideally we want out of those solutions. So that is the first step, is to say, what are we wanting? So there are companies that use their current payroll system purely to make certain that employees are paid on time, that they paid accurately, and that SaaS is happy with them. So those boxes are generally ticked from that perspective. But as the companies grows, they want to know a little bit more in terms of how do we manage these resources a bit better? How do we get information out of this that helps us make better decisions strategically within our organization? So that is your first part, is what are you looking for? So when you think about, obviously we want to be a little bit more profitable. Great. Okay. What's our biggest cost? How do we manage this big cost? Our big cost obviously is on the employment side. So let's see how we can manage that a bit better. So that's the one side. So the other side is you could have various hotels, various departments within hotels, and you wanting to know which is the most cost effective, which is the most profitable department. And that's what I'm looking for from a finance perspective. And a big part of that, again, is sitting within your payroll, because I can segment my payroll into different departments, cost centers, and have that integrate into the finance system exactly the same. And then we go to your time management solution as well, is making sure that on the time management side, that we are making a lot of errors by capturing this information manually into the system. Doesn't it make more sense to have a time management application that integrates into the payroll system, and from the payroll system also integrates back into the time management system? Because we've realized that from a leave provision perspective, things have gone a bit wrong, and we're spending a lot of money on leave provision when we should not be, because we're not managing leave properly. And that's what you think of. And then once you have those outcomes that you're looking for, you're then able to go and say, you know what solutions in the market can tick those boxes, that can integrate with each other. It doesn't all necessarily have to come from one particular software vendor. We could go and have a look at what's best of breed and see how we can use those tools, but those tools need to be able to speak to one another. And inevitably what happens is that you find a partner that can implement to your particular needs, because they have an understanding as to what you're looking for. Because it doesn't matter if you have the most expensive ERP, HRP solution in the world. It means absolutely nothing if it is not tailored to your specific needs. And we see that so many times in various industries, where a customer has acquired probably the most expensive solution in the market and is using about 5 to 10% of the capability of that solution, because they didn't do the homework first to say what it is that we need, what are the capabilities of the software, and can it speak to the outputs that we are looking for at the end of the day. And that's why all of that, is so important when making a decision about the solutions that you're wanting to implement within your organization.